Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I can do it. Why?
Want me to turn around or something?
Yes. Person I was expecting.
I've seen you a lot more than that.
Things are different now.
Now 28, Jules loses her mind when she learns that love of her life is getting married in 4 days. She tries to do everything to get them to break up, but things prove to be really difficult. Since the bride seems to be the perfect woman, how will Jules weigh up to the task? Will she be able to lure the guy of her dreams? Or is this her saying goodbye to her last chance of having a happy family? But before we begin, please consider subscribing to our channel. 3 weeks before her 28th birthday, New York City food critic Jules receives a call from her lifelong friend Michael O'Neill, a Chicago sports writer. Years earlier, the two agreed that if they were both unmarried by the age of 28, they would marry each other. Michael tells her that in 4 days he will marry beautiful Kimmy, a college student whose father owns Chicago White Sox. Realizing that Michael is the love of her life, Jules resolves to sabotage the wedding. Arriving in Chicago, she reunites with Michael and meets Kimmy, who asks her to be the maid of honor. Jules schemes to break up the couple, but her attempt to humiliate Kimmy at a karaoke bar backfires. She manipulates Kimmy into asking her father to offer Michael a job, which Jules knows will anger Michael, but this fails as well. Frustrated, Jules begs her friend George for help, and he flies to Chicago. On George's advice, Jules prepares to tell Michael how much she loves him, but instead tells him that she is engaged to George, hoping to make Michael jealous. George, who is gay, plays along, the embarrasses Jules at lunch, with the wedding party singing I Say a Little Prayer as the whole restaurant joins in. George flies home and Jules tells Michael that her relationship with George is over. Michael admits to feeling jealous and gives her the chance to confess her own feelings, but she lets the moment pass. They share a dance as Michael sings their song, The Way You Look Tonight. The day before the wedding, at Kimmy's father's office, Jules uses his email account to forge a message from him to Michael's boss, asking that Michael be fired to allow Kimmy's father to hire him at Kimmy's insistence. She saves the message rather than send it, but later realizes that Kimmy's father has unknowingly sent the email. Jules lies to enlist Michael's help, but they find the office locked. Returning to Jules' hotel, Michael receives a message from his boss notifying him of the email. Furious, he calls Kimmy, calling off the wedding. The next morning, Jules discovers that neither Michael nor Kimmy have told anyone else that the wedding is off. She tries to manipulate the couple into breaking up for good, but Michael and Kimmy decide to get married after all. Jules finally confesses her love to Michael and passionately kisses him. Kimmy witnesses this and drives away, pursued by Michael, who is followed by Jules in a Carter's truck. Jules calls George, who assures her that Michael loves Kimmy. Finding Michael at Chicago Union Station, Jules confesses to everything. He forgives her and tells her that here at the station is where he proposed to Kimmy and she accepted, and they split up to look for Kimmy. Jules finds Kimmy in the bathroom. Amid a crowd of onlookers, Kimmy confronts Jules for interfering with Michael. Jules apologizes, assuring Kimmy that Michael truly loves her, and they reconcile. The wedding proceeds, and the reception, Jules gives a heartfelt speech as Kimmy's maid of honor. Jules allows the newlywed to temporarily have The Way You Look Tonight as their song until they finish. Jules and Michael share their goodbyes, both finally moving on. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.